Alright, here goes nothing. Alright, hello pool friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny, and if you don't know, this whole channel kind of started because I did a pool. I put a pool up and it was 5 inches off level, and it was a terrible sideways shot video, and it was a terrible pool setup. But I'm here to tell you that we have learned. We have finally gotten it very close to perfect. And so if you're setting up a pool and you want some help, please subscribe to this channel. You will see my mistakes, and this year you will see an almost perfect setup video. But I do have last year's setup video, which will tell you what not to do as well as what to do. So I'll link all those videos below. But before we talk about this brand new Intex Ultra Frame 20-foot 48-inch deep pool with salt water that's making its chlorine, we have to step back just a little. So this is going to be a short video. The longer setup video will be coming soon, but I wanted to let you guys know it's not completely level. It is so hard to level a pool. So right now, today, I'm going to give you my top 5 important things about setting up your pool. And before we get to that though, let's just step back for 2 minutes. Season 1, when we set up our pool 5 inches off level. So leveling the ground is really hard. Even if you have a level, I recommend getting a concrete slab. If you can get one poured, my husband tells me it's only a couple $100, which of course a lot of the times you've already spent a ton of money on your pool and you cannot get a concrete slab. But if you can, get a level concrete slab poured, and it'll be level because it's concrete, right? If you can't do that, use pavers. So let's step back in time to year 1. We were in a hurry. It was hot. It was our first time doing the pool, and the ground here was not level. So I'll show you a picture of how awful that was, and we actually rocked that out all season. We should have drained it. So many things, shoulda, coulda, but I'm learning, right? Okay, so season 2, we dig out from the side of the pool. We think it's level, okay? But now we don't have a tarp underneath because the tarp that comes with the pool is terrible. And we didn't want to buy another one. So we got it a little more level, right? But what happened? We didn't have pavers under our poles, and we also lost some of the caps that go on the bottom of the legs. And we have a lot of rain here and really good dirt, and what happened? Our poles sank. So our pool was again like 3 inches off level. So it's heartbreaking, right? So then season 3, same pool. Okay, we've moved it 3 different times, so we got a couple of holes season 3. We fixed those with Gorilla waterproof tape. And it's really simple, but I have a video on that too. Was it level season 3? We put wood under the poles, and the wood sank and broke, and so the pool was still not level. It was not level. Also, on season 3, we lost our pool to rust. So because it was off level for so long, and because we're using salt water, which voids your warranty, by the way, the water was constantly pouring off the side, touching that metal for 3 years. So it finally broke. So this year we bought a brand new pool, and we had to buy the set that comes with the filter. So anyway, that's this pool. Did we do it right? Did we do it right? You're gonna find out right now. And then at the end I'm gonna give you my 5 most important tips. Okay? So let's look at it. All right, so here's the low side. And there's the high side. So we have about 3 squares showing on the high side and 1 down here. So, yeah. So we can't fill it up too high again because we don't want water running through that. We know that that's bad. Don't do that. The other thing that we screwed up this year, and this breaks my heart, you guys, like, I'm sick about it, but I don't want to jack up the pool to fix it. When we came through here, We did check carefully that these pavers were not pushing into the pool. I went on the inside, and you'll see it in the setup video, and I'm on the inside pushing my foot against it, and my husband's out here fixing it. We did that, but then we ended up having to dig right through here to level this, and then we forgot to check. So yeah, we screwed up again, you guys, again. And like I said, it's heartbreaking. So you can see right here how it's putting a little pressure on the pool. It's not awful, but it's definitely not ideal. And it's doing that in a few places. I'll give you a quick close-up of what that looks like.
All right, there it is. It's not good.
But all in all, it is very level on the top rails, and that's something you want to check too, is that the top part is level. The poles are straight up and sturdy, and for the most part really good. See, those ones are touching just a little, and I don't think that there's a way without jacking up the pool or completely emptying the pool. And you guys, I have salt in this pool, you know, a lot of salt, and it's expensive. Ooh, that one's bad. Oh my goodness, right in the seam. It makes me sick. It really does. So I had to share this with you guys as soon as possible because I don't want you to make the mistakes that we made. Any of them. Don't make any of those mistakes. Yeah. Okay, now let me give you my tips. Alright, so like I said, we're making chlorine with the salt. It's amazing. I didn't check anything else. I checked the pH and it was good. I don't have to put chlorine in at all with salt. Just put the salt in. I have the salt to chlorine converter piece. So yes, I wanted to get this out to you. I want you to not make my mistakes. But overall, I'm happy with it. It's hard not to be a perfectionist when you've spent so much money and you've tried so hard, and when you're trying to make YouTube videos telling people how to do this. So we are human, and I think that's what's beautiful. So all right, here are my tips. Get to it, woman. Step 1, level the ground. Okay, obviously, nothing else matters if your pool is not level. Hello? So, concrete slab if you can. We've already been there. Okay. Number 2, get a better filter. The little tiny filters with the inserts are not gonna carry this pool at all. This is a lot of water. This is almost 8,000 gallons. Or is it almost 9,000? Anyways, get a better filter. Get a sand filter. They're amazing. My tip is, and what I've read is, you want to get one that's even bigger than what your pool needs, just slightly, so it doesn't have to work hard. So if you have a small pool, you can get the small one, but if you have a big pool, get the bigger one. Even if it says that the smaller one will work for your pool, it's better to get the stronger pump. Okay, number 3, and this still has to do with leveling, I guess, is you want a tarp underneath, or sand, but a tarp works so great to keep the little pebbles and little things from damaging your liner. So buy a tarp. The one that comes with this pool is terrible. I spent about $60 on this heavy duty tarp. My recommendation for that is obviously get it bigger than your pool. Mine is 20 by 20, and I should have gotten a bigger one, but they're expensive. But get a bigger one than your pool so that you have some room on the sides and it's not like right under the pool. All right, the next tip, I don't know what number it is if you can't get a concrete slab, use pavers. Try to use ones that aren't as thick as mine because it makes the ladder not work. So it jacks my pool up a little bit, so the ladder that comes with the pool doesn't work, and I have to like tip it up on one side, and it's super dangerous. So I'm gonna have to get a bigger ladder for the taller size pool. So get pavers, but don't get them too thick. But pavers are great so your legs don't sink, because yeah, you don't want that. take your time if you can. So you're in a rush, right? It took us, this is our 4th season, it still took us 6 hours to get this pool set up and not even start filling it, just to get it set up. And that's not even leveling it, that's just setting it up. So take your time. Don't fight with your spouse. It's so hard, so hard. But yeah, just when you get in a hurry towards the end, it's the most important time. And that's what happened to me, is that we're like, oh, okay, it's good, we did it, finally, we did it, just fill it up. I should have gone in there and made sure that I couldn't feel those pavers. So it always happens at the end, you get in a hurry. Take it from me, the end is the most important part, walking around making sure everything is filling up good. If it starts to fill up off level, stop. If it's more than an inch off level, drain it, fix it, please take it from me. All right, yeah, and I think that's it. And of course, scoot your pavers back so they're not pushing into your pool. And the last important thing too is that you want to make sure your top rails are level. So as you're setting it up, you'll be able to check your levelness of the whole thing just by checking those top rails too. So those are all the things. And I also love salt water, but it can cause rust. I got a zinc anode this year, which is just a little zinc piece that you put in your basket, and hopefully that's going to help with the rusting. But I don't have to barely ever put any chemicals in it, so I'm a big fan of the salt. It's worth it to me. It's more sustainable. So alright, I'm going to end this video. Please, if you have any questions, check out the videos in the description, leave me a comment. If you have tips on what to do about these pavers, that's also why I made this video, so that you guys could, you know, tell me, I mean, should I try to jack it up? Oh, I don't want to do that. My friend Sven and I talked about, by the way, excellent pool helper. Thank you so much for your help, Sven. Croatia Outlander is his YouTube channel, and I'll link that below too. Subscribe to his channel, support him. He has been helping me figure out this mess for almost 4 years, and it's so good to have someone to ask questions to who's not your spouse, once again, because that will cause a fight, and that's not what we want, right? Anyway, the full setup video for this one is coming soon. I hope your pool turns out well, and I hope to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and happy swimming. Bye! And I haven't jumped in yet, but I will for the setup video. It's too cold. It's 50 degrees in there. Bye. Okay, how is the water?
It's really cold. It's pretty good.
Fresh? Swim around.
I'm still getting used to it.
Life is just always mysterious and surprising.